Woo! What's going on, beautiful people? Thank you for watching the Business Critique series. All right. If you guys aren't familiar with the Business Critique series, it's basically where I take websites, Instagram pages, YouTube channels, and critique them, give marketing tips, and promote their business while doing that to promote and bring awareness to this PowerPoint presentation service that I offer for you and for your brand or business if you're looking to grow it. All right. Today we're going to be talking about how to promote your t-shirt business, how to sell t-shirts in your t-shirt business, how to market your t-shirt business. All right. If you guys aren't familiar with who I am, my name is Jeremiah Vegan. Jeremiah Vegan. Jeremiah Vegan. Did I mention my name was Jeremiah Vegan? I'm your host that does the most. As you can see, this is the place where you need to be. I'm a personal brand consultant and influencer marketing strategist that specializes in helping brands develop their online following as well as convert in more sales for your small business. Today, we got a goodie. We got a goodie. We got a goodie. We're going to be speaking to or about our special guest. It's going to be Jessica Moore with jcadorn.com on how to promote her t-shirt business, how to take her t-shirt business to the next level. Okay, thank you for being engaged, Jessica. I see that you engage with the posts that I do, and I want to let you know right now that I appreciate it, and I'm going to reach out to you and let you know that I appreciate you as well. But let's get into the video. Okay, all right, real quick, let's go over some housekeeping rules. If your business is featured in this series, please make sure that you subscribe. Okay, make sure that you subscribe if you like the content. Don't want to force you. If you don't like the content, you don't have to subscribe, but if you do, that will greatly be appreciated. Make sure that you hit the notification bell when you do subscribe. This critique is not meant to disrespect anyone in any way. This is only meant to promote, market, give advice so you could have a prosperous brand or business. Okay, make sure that you guys visit jeremiahvegan.com if you need more help with your business. Like I was saying before, I'm offering this business I'm offering this service that you guys are seeing right now for free, but to bring awareness to the actual service that I do provide that is more in depth, where I give documents and information and more practical advice to take your brand to the next level. Okay, so make sure that you guys visit that site, and make sure that you guys join our Facebook group if you aren't already, because it is new. It is new, but it is a community that we're developing because I understand the science of building a Facebook group. And basically it is called Influencers and Entrepreneurs Meet, or Entrepreneurs and Influencers Meet. So if you're looking to network with influencers to sell your product, or if you are an influencer looking for entrepreneurs to get sponsorship from, that'd be a good website or a good Facebook group to go to. You can go to the Jeremiah Vegan website to get more information on that, because it'll be redirected to the Facebook group, or you can just search it on Facebook. Before we go on Jessica's website, so you guys can see what it is that she does and to get an idea on what to look for when you are creating a t-shirt site or a website in general, I want to talk to you guys about what you can do first to make sure that you have a prosperous t-shirt business. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do is you want to identify who your target audience is. Okay, that is very essential. You want to identify who your target audience is and figure out what niche you're going to be. What type of category are you going to put your t-shirt business under? What type of designs are you going to make? Is yours going to be pop culture based, where you talk about where you make designs based off what's going on in the society? Is it going to be hip hop based, where you're just going to be doing maybe hip hop clip art or something like that? Is it going to be business based, where you talk about business advice, business tips? What is your t-shirt business going to be around? Okay, figure out what your target audience is going to be, and figure out how are you going to market towards your business. Okay, so that's the first thing. The next thing that you want to do is you want to make sure that you have a good design. Number two, you want to make sure you have a good design. People will not buy into your product if it does not look good. So make sure that you have a good design, you have something that you can be proud of, something that you can look back on, and something that will gravitate towards people, something that will get people's attention, get them asking questions, because we all know word of mouth is the best form of marketing, okay? That's how Facebook got so big. Word of mouth. That's how any social media platform got big. Word of mouth, okay? So make sure that you guys are really in tune with that. Number three, you want to make sure that your quality of your material is good. Make sure that it's good. Make sure it's nice. Make sure that it's something that you could be proud of. Okay, you can always look up different things online about quality and stuff like that. So just make sure that you have good quality. Okay, and all of this information that I found can be found on betterlemonadestand.com. They kind of went over those 3 points that I made to you guys, okay? So that's for your reference if you want to check that out. Now, starting a t-shirt business, in my personal opinion, would vary as far as the person. In my personal opinion, there's no set cost to start a t-shirt business, because I would do it for free. Like, there's ways that you can start a t-shirt business for free. Okay, so it depends on who you ask. Teespring is a good platform for that. If you guys are familiar with Teespring, I don't know why you wouldn't be, but Teespring is very popular, okay? It's a platform where you can actually sell t-shirts without actually paying for them. You just upload your design, and then you can promote the website and actually get t-shirts going that way. Okay, Teespring is 100% free to use. We charge a flat base price product. You set the selling price and you keep 100% of the product. For example, the base price for a t-shirt is $10 and you choose to sell it for $24. You will keep $14 in profit, okay? And that is according to Teespring as far as how it works, okay? Keep in mind that when you're creating a t-shirt business and you're creating a t-shirt company, if you're selling it online, make sure that you own your domain. You own your domain name. It shouldn't be like jcadorn.teespring.com, okay? And that's JC Adorn. She has her own, Jessica has her own website, but that's just an example, okay? Make sure that you own your domain name. But let's get to the website. I don't want to talk you guys ear off. All right, so I'm on jcadorn.com website right now. So let's get the critique going and maybe offer some good tips on how she can promote this t-shirt company. All right, so right off the bat, I think that the website, the image the image doesn't look like it's supposed to be there. It's over to the left, for one, and then it should be like centered if you're going to have an image there. I don't think the image is personally necessary, if you because it doesn't have it's a JPEG, which means that you have the extra material in the background, okay? If you guys aren't familiar with a JPEG and a PNG file, look in the description below. If you're watching this on YouTube, and you will get an understanding on what it is. But just as a brief synopsis, essentially a JPEG is PNG is something that I always use, because PNG allows me to actually focus on what my design is at that time, and it removes the background. You see how it has the design of JC Adorn right here, but then you have the background, right? You have the blue background. So I would change, what I would do, it looks like your colors may be, your brand colors may be blue, I'm assuming, because that's the background. So I would maybe change the text to blue, and then that way you would just have a white background, and it'll blend in. Okay, so now it will look more like a logo, instead of just a big image that's over towards the left and not centered or whatnot. Also, just to kind of break down the difference what a JPEG and a PNG file is, as you can see, you have this Twitter image right here, right? And look, the background is white. So this is a JPEG image, okay? This is a regular, most images that you see, like on YouTube, like that are pictures, like on Facebook and stuff like that, most of them are JPEGs, right? Because they have to be, pretty much, I think. And this is a PNG file. So PNG blends in with any background. So this is a PNG bound. This is kind of what the file looks like. But once you upload it, it's going to look like you're only going to see the design. You're only going to see the bird. Okay, so that's just an idea, just to give you an idea on what a JPEG and PNG file is. You can also look in a video that I did in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. You scroll down and you see this beautiful picture of Jessica. I believe this is you. And this image, what do you call these images? I can't remember what you call these images. I can't remember the name of the image, but I do these all the time, and for the life of me, it's slipping my mind right now. But she has this image here, and I honestly think that could be your logo. Honestly, maybe you can make it blue. I'm not sure, but that's just so yeah, right here, like I think that'd be a good image for a logo or something like that. You can kind of have that at the top. One thing that I always stress about is a call to action. So as soon as I go onto your website, there should automatically be a call to action. Whenever you're dealing with customers, you want to tell them what it is that you want them to do. So a call to action, you might have like a banner that says maybe I usually have taglines. I have a tagline. I give a brief synopsis on what it is that I do, and I kind of give a call to action. Okay, let me break it down to you. Let me first break down what I mean by call to action. I'm on fashionnova.com. It's an e-commerce store that sells women's clothing of all sizes, or most sizes. Actually, I don't know. I don't shop with them. But basically, there's a call to action. As soon as you log in, as soon as you log on the website, call to action, and there was a pop-up screen. I just exited out the pop-up screen. I should have kept it there, but I just exited a pop-up screen, so that can give me give you the opportunity to capture leads, capture emails, so then you could upsell them and bring more awareness on jcnadoran.com or your website, so they can keep coming back, and you won't have to spend money on ads and do all of the legwork of constantly marketing your business. So make sure that you have an opt-in of some sort, and make sure that you have a call to action button as soon as you log onto your website. As soon as you log on a website, you see shop jeans, and they're being specific. So they're creating a focus point at this point to get you to click on something to make the next step. So they're telling you to do something. Shop for jeans. They gave you an option. They didn't allow you to kind of like figure out what you wanted to do. They say, hey, we got jeans, shop for them. So that's one of the call to action techniques that they're doing right now. All right, very successful website. They use influencer marketing a lot, and that looks like Kylie Jenner. So they got Amber Rose here as an influencer. So boom, that gives you an idea on what to expect when you're looking at a call to action site. Now you don't have to do this, but I like to have a tagline because I want people to know within the first 10 seconds on what it is that I do. So right when you log on to jeremiahvegan.com, you're going to see obviously the logo, which would be me at this point. And then you're going to see influencer marketing, personal branding, social media strategist, right? So that's kind of like what it is that I do. And then I say what it is that I am. Best blog for consulting, learning influencer marketing, and other hacks for your online business. So I kind of got like a mini tagline and a tagline. And then I have a call to action, kind of, I guess you can say, is where I say you get free training And that is the opportunity where they can opt in the email list, and I will send them tips on how to run their business properly, along with, you know, bringing awareness to what it is that I do more often, and you know, convert in more sales, obviously. So I'm being really transparent. All right. And then I have information where I'm giving something of value to them. So a lot of e-commerce stores, they do like this thing where they give out coupon codes to give you an incentive. They do these opt-ins where they give you an incentive to opt in by giving you like a percentage off, like 20% off or something like that, and you just have to put in your email so they can retarget to you, sell, and continue to sell you on products and get you to come back to their website. I like to give out information, so I got a free checklist that people can download and they can opt in and get information on their business, okay, or how to run their business or brand. So that's just an idea on what you can do to make your website better. So far, I definitely would look into the logo. I would look into redirecting the logo because it looks like just a regular image up top. It doesn't look like a logo. I'm assuming that it is a logo, and it doesn't, but it doesn't look like a logo from a customer's perspective. And this image is a great image, but I'm not sure what's it doing, because you got JC Adorn, and you got another image that says JC Adorn as well. So I kind of will look into that and maybe have like a banner or something like that with a call to action, and maybe a tagline where you say Jason Adorn, X, Y, and Z fashion, or best place to get this or that or whatever, and then maybe like an opt-in, maybe like a pop-up page where I can opt into my email, or I can have the option to give you my email if I wanted more information on what it is that you offer. Okay. I scroll down and I look at the featured collection. It looks like you have just 2 items. 2 items are not bad, but I just want to make sure that you have these. I didn't really go into detail on what it is that you provide, so I don't know if these are working for you or not. But for the people that are watching this, the best place, if you want to know how to start selling a t-shirt and you want to know what t-shirts sell, you can simply go online and ask people, what would you buy a t-shirt that do this, or you can design a t-shirt, take the image and post it, say, what do you guys think about this design? So create a design, and you can always create a design by going on like Fiverr or Upwork.com. Create a design that you think will work, and then you can just simply ask people if it's going to be something that they'll be interested in, right? Once you figure out who your target audience is, and I'll go into depth in another video about how to find who your target audience is as well, but just remind me. But make sure that you understand who your target audience is before you marketed it and promote it. Otherwise, you're just going to be just promoting to everybody, and that doesn't work for the most part, and it's really expensive, and it takes a lot of time when you promote to everybody, unless you have like a big budget. So I will figure out what images will sell, and when you're starting off, if you're not a familiar brand, I will create a design that other people can relate to, and not just people who are familiar with your brand. So if my clothing line was Jeremiah Vegan, I wouldn't just put Jeremiah Vegan. I wouldn't promote that, right? If I wanted to create a clothing line, I would basically, I would make I would make maybe like a little logo and put it like on the corner, like kind of how you had it. I think that'll work personally, but I'm not like obviously I'm not like a expert in that part. I just know like the marketing portion of it. But I will look into something that everybody can relate to. God goes grind. Boom. God goes grind. That's something that everybody can relate to. And you don't have a lot of products to choose from, so you kind of giving them 2 options, so they don't have a whole lot of time to select what they want to purchase. You know what I mean? So I think that's a good one. It looks like you got a newsletter at the bottom. I I would strongly suggest that you add a pop-up email. If you're not sure how to do that, then you can look it up, or you can get somebody to kind of help you with that. It looks like you're using Shopify. I personally used Shopify in the past before, so I know that you can add a pop-up. And what I didn't know how to do, I just hire someone to do it for me. So that covers that part. Now let's talk about the marketing aspect of it. So I came across this website, muttbutts.com. It's a blog, and she covered 5 ways to find local vendor events to grow your small business. Okay, so if you're selling t-shirts or something like that, you can definitely do events. And what I like about events is it's I wouldn't say it's the end all be all, but it's a good way to get instant gratification to sell products. People can see your product right then and there. Usually a vendor is at an event of some sort, or a certain area that gets traffic. So you don't have to do a whole lot of promoting, because it's already there. They're already in a position, in an environment that they want to sell or that they want to buy. So if they see something that they're interested in, they're going to gravitate towards it, and they can decide right then and there that they want to buy. So if you want to sell t-shirts and stuff like that, you can definitely consider going to events and being a vendor, okay? And depending on how many people are going to be at that event, they usually will have an estimated total of how many people will be at that event. That will determine on how much it will cost, maybe a couple $100 or something like that. My mother-in-law did it where she goes to events all the time in Ohio, Cleveland, Cincinnati area, and she sells products at like carnivals and stuff like that. And the prices vary depending on how many people that they're expecting most of the time. All right, this lady gives out 5 ways to find local vendor events to grow your small business. And one of the things that she went over was friends. She says asking friends. It looks like Facebook groups, nextdoor.com, church craft affair, so you can go to church events and have t-shirts set up, especially considering that your event has God in it. You definitely could get some sales if you do that, and not just go to one church, go to multiple churches, ask them about their information on setting up a booth there. You can go to nextdoor.com. This is a place where you can enter address. It looks like I never use it, so you guys can use this under your discretion. And that is something that she suggests. So if you want to look up that, you can do that. I highly recommend, if you want to do events, figure out what events are going on in your area, I highly suggest that you put in the state and you put events. So because you never want to limit yourself. If you want to get this money and you want to start your own business or whatever, and you want to sell your product, you want to not limit yourself. So I will put the state that I'm in and events to see what events would be a good fit for me. Okay, so I put in, like when I was in Ohio, I put like Ohio events, see what comes up, and see if they have any openings for me to be a vendor at that location. And I will figure out how many people are expected to be there, and that would determine if the money that they're asking for booth rentals will be worth it or not. Since I'm from my understanding, you're in Texas, so I skipped trace and found out that you're in Texas. So I put in Texas vendors events, and you can go to Eventbrite. By the way, guys, you can go to Eventbrite, and they will give you a list of events in your area. You can put in your zip code and stuff like that, and you'll be able to find events for you to sell your products. Okay. For you to find events and stuff that'll be a good fit for you. Okay, I don't want to spend too much time on it, but I looked up Texas vendor events, and you got different things that are coming up. Okay, keep in mind you just want to go where the people at, where your ideal audience is at. If your design applies to like everybody, then you have a little bit more flexibility. If not, that's okay too. You can always Google whatever you can always Google it and research it. Okay. All right. So if you're like, you can do, they got this event for fashion. You can go to something like this. You know, you just have so many options. So that's one way that you can actually get more sales for your t-shirt business. Another thing that you can do is that you can go on Instagram. That can be another thing that you can do to market your business. You can go on Instagram and you can find influencers who be willing to wear your product, okay? Now, the reason I talk about, I'm an influencer marketing strategist, so I talk about influencer marketing a lot. Primarily is dealing with how you could become an influencer, but a lot of people make sales overnight a lot of the times when they get the right influencer to wear a product and post it on their Instagram. So you can definitely look up people, and it's not that expensive, depending on who you go with. I typically stay in the range of people who have around 3,000 to 60,000 followers, but engagement is the most important thing. Followers aren't the most important. You want to focus on engagement. I typically don't go up any more further than 70,000 followers, because a lot of times it's going to be a lot higher as far as price. They're going to be demanding a little bit more most of the time because they know they have a big following. So unless you have that budget or whatnot, I would suggest that you keep it within the 3,000 to 60,000 range and make sure they have high engagement. The way that you can check for high engagement is you Google Instagram calculator, okay? I'm not, for the sake of the video, I can't go over how you can use it, but that's something that you can consider as well to get sales for your t-shirts. Another thing that you can do, and this is going to be my last point as far as marketing is concerned, make sure that another thing that you can do is you can go on Facebook, right? You can go on Facebook or you can go on Pinterest. But I'm more familiar with Facebook, so I'm going to go with Facebook because that's how I built my following. So if you go to Facebook, say if you want to promote this t-shirt, God Goes Grind. And it's for people that are watching this, that aren't into this niche, you can still apply this to your brand as well, okay? So depending on what your niche is. So God Goes Grind, right? Let me look. This is how I analyze. God Goes Grind. God goes. So a lot of people who will have faith will obviously will be more will potentially gravitate to this more quickly than someone who is like atheist or something like that. So I definitely would approach someone who has faith. A lot of people have faith, but I'll definitely would target people who have faith in that. Goals, okay, so that's potentially someone that is, entrepreneurial minded. So I definitely would maybe focus on someone who is an entrepreneur and that has faith. And grind, that's definitely entrepreneurial minded people. So entrepreneurial minded people and people who have faith are some of the people that I feel like will gravitate towards this t-shirt the most, right? Just off the top of my head. One thing that you can do is the first thing that I would do, since you had God first, I definitely would approach people who have faith. I will bring awareness to people who have faith on this t-shirt that you have. Okay, so what you can do is you can actually go to, let me think. All right, so you can go to a Facebook group. I don't know how to spell Christian. I am a horrible speller. And you can join Facebook groups, right? You can make engaging posts towards your you can make engaging posts, and you can just say, you can you don't sell anything. You can just do things, maybe some testimonies that you may have experienced, maybe some things that happened in your past that keeps you going, people that could be inspired by, and people that will gravitate towards. You can make posts like that in these groups. Make sure you read the group rules so you won't get kicked out. You don't want to sell anything. And then what you can do is that you can engage the people who like your post or who respond or comment on your post, and you can simply add them. Okay, so when somebody likes your post, you're going to click on the button that it shows you how many people like your post and who all likes your post, and you're simply going to just go on a row and just add them. Each time they approve your post or whatever, you're going to message them. Once you get approved, you're going to get notified that you've been connected through Messenger. So you're going to message them, and then you're going to let them know that you appreciate them and thank them for connecting, God bless, whatever the case may be. The reason why you do that is because this shows Facebook that you guys are engaged with each other, so the chances of you liking their post will be a lot more likely, because according to their algorithm, they want to show you posts that they feel you would be interested in the most. So just keep that in mind. So if you want to keep your business separate, you can create another account and do the same technique that I'm telling you about. And you can also approach people who are entrepreneurial minded as well. But God goes and grind, I feel like, can apply to most people. All right, so that's just something to keep in mind. Hopefully this information helps you going down the line. And by the way, guys, if you guys are interested in this kind of stuff, she got the manifest. So she's very entrepreneurial minded. Obviously, she has her own website. She got it going on. JC and Adorn. I like it. It's straight to the point. I think this is a great image. Thank you for volunteering your services, or not volunteering services, but thank you for allowing me to critique your content and stuff like that. I'm gonna be talking to you later on, and we can just go from there. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. If you're interested in getting your website critique, go on jeremiahvega.com. Deb, Wakanda forever.